Whoa. That's trippy. Hey everybody, Dom here. In early 2020, I was working on a Team Fortress 2 map-making project called Cursed Turbine. The goal of the project was to take the existing Team Fortress 2 map, CTF Turbine, and edit it to be cursed. Basically, to create a version of the map that would feel uncanny and wrong for those familiar with the original. I made 3 videos about the project, walking through the process and explaining the changes I made to the map as I went along. Consider watching those videos if you're interested. Links are in the description. Anyways, unfortunately, I did what I often do and lost interest in the project and abandoned it. Fast forward to today, and I have some interesting news to share. The news is, some poor soul, specifically this person, decided to take the concept of Cursed Turbine and create their own version. So now, a fully playable version of the map is available on the Steam Workshop. You should check it out after this video. The link is in the description. I was blown away when I found out about this. Honestly, I'm touched that someone would like the idea of one of my map projects enough to make their own version. The map is pretty sweet. It has a lot of the ideas I came up with and adds a lot of extra stuff. Now, I don't want to spoil everything the map has to offer, but here are some interesting highlights. The first and most noticeable thing, so noticeable that you've probably already noticed, is that the lights on the map slowly pulse. All lights, excluding the sun, increase and decrease in intensity over and over. It's kind of calming in a weird way. It's reminiscent of slowly breathing in and out in a tranquil manner. That's probably not the intended effect to have on the player. The second most noticeable thing is all reflective surfaces no longer reflect areas around them, but rather reflect a picture. This is a picture of Philip Banks, aka Uncle Phil, the uncle from the 90s sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. To achieve this effect, a single cube map was placed in a cube-shaped room. If you go into the room, you hear a music loop. The loop is of an old techno remix of the song Gangster's Paradise by Coolio. Fun fact, I once used a similar music loop of this remix in one of my Source Filmmaker videos to represent the sounds you hear in hell. Good times. The central room has a pretty creatively designed feature. Multiple layouts. The way it works is, the various elements in the middle of the room are random. Each round, some logic is run to determine what elements show up. This is how it looks on this round. And this is how it looks on the next round. And this is how it looks on the round after that. The author of the map describes this feature as every copy of Cursed Turbine being a personalized copy, which is an interesting, meaningful spin on the idea. For some reason, a Catbus roams around the map. It travels in a continuous loop. It's rideable, which is pretty fun. Unfortunately, it's possible to glitch into walls by riding it. Maybe that's the reason why the entire map has a large rectangular prism around it, so rather than getting stuck into walls, you can be pushed out of bounds. Speaking of the out of bounds area, the floor is decorated with lol whats, and the sun is under the horizon. It's very low in the sky. The Catbus is from My Neighbor Totoro and is probably something I would never have implemented. Also roaming the map is this weird little musical cube. It has a face on it. I'm not familiar with whatever this face is a reference to. The cube plays this little jingle. Every so often, it spawns in a bunch of explosive barrels and tosses them in random directions. This is quite a unique map hazard. In the central room, the sign with the red team's logo has been modified to read blue. This is appropriately cursed. On the other side, everything appears normal until you read the small text underneath the logo. On red's side, the hallway that leads to the intel room has been extended vertically and is now super tall. The upper platform has been moved near the top. The only classes that can reach this platform all the way up here are probably the soldier, the demo man, the medic with the quick fix, and the engineer with the wrangler. Also, subsequently, every other class that takes that engineer's teleporter. There's probably an additional, secret, super clever way to get to the platform. Oh, you can just walk up the sides. The out-of-bounds rooms in the hallways leading to the intel have been given breakable glass, and so now it's possible to enter them. One of them has these large speakers. They're physics props and can be pushed around with explosive weapons. There appears to be a random light underscore environmental entity just floating here. This is a simple mapmaker joke. The joke is, this is a thing you're only supposed to see in the level editor, so it being present here feels wrong. Perhaps this entity was chosen because the face is unsettling. Just look at it. In Red Spawn, one of the resupply cabinets has a picture of the inside of a resupply cabinet inside of it. So when you open it, it looks like a two-dimensional version of the inside. This is perfect. I love it. On Blue's side, one of the resupply cabinets covers the user in Girardi. In the same spawn, the author incorporated one of my ideas where this door doesn't work, so instead, players must exit over here where the window is. Getting close makes the window and bench rise up, revealing the exit. Interestingly, if you're fast enough, you can jump on top of the bench and ride it up. Once on top, you enter an infinite loop, where the door pushes you out of the trigger to open it, causing it to close, causing you to fall back down into the trigger to open it, causing it to open and immediately push you out of the trigger again. The signs meant to guide players through the map have been changed to be incorrect. Oh wait, hold on a second. I have to disable high dynamic range so that they're legible. There, much better. This is another idea of mine. Blue stairs leading to the central room have been edited so that jumping is necessary to ascend them. This is another idea I came up with, but I think this implementation is better than what I had in mind. My version simply had bigger stairs. This one disguises the fact that jumping is necessary with fake stairs. Delightfully devilish! They implemented my idea where this side alcove may mysteriously not exist on some rounds. I like this sign above the fire extinguisher. This wireframe metal grate statue is out of place and unsettling, which is good for a cursed map. Hey, they incorporated my idea of putting the barrels on the ceiling. Nice. There's an upside down light on Blue's side. Speaking of lights, I just now noticed all the ceiling lights in the central room are suspended mid-air. I don't know how it took me so long to realize they're not connected to the ceiling. It's not exactly a hard to notice detail. While making this video, I started to think I was going crazy. Most of the time, roughly 95% of the time, after loading into the map, there is no 3D skybox. In other words, when looking at the space outside of the map, there's only this gradient sky texture and nothing else. Somehow, on super rare occasion, when loading into the map, it does have a 3D skybox. It looks like this Mario-themed area. This made me question my sanity with questions such as, was the map updated without my knowledge? Followed by, how was the map updated without the file changing or the changelog on the workshop updating? I've concluded, after reloading the map over and over, that the 3D skybox appearing is in fact due to random chance. From my years of experience making maps, I have to say, I have no idea how they managed to program this. This map came out before VScript was added to the game. It could also be that the 3D skybox sporadically appearing is a bug and is specific to my computer. In any case, it's undoubtedly extremely cursed. If you want to play this map for yourself, like I said before, a link to its Steam Workshop page is available in the description. That's it for this map, but this is not the end of the Cursed Turbine story. Click on the video on screen and I'll show you just how deep this rabbit hole goes. No, but really, it took like half a year to make this next video, so please watch it. It's very in-depth and technical, so you'll enjoy it. Au revoir.